Hi guys, in today's topic we are going to deal with the newspapers. We are going to discuss how important a newspaper is in determining your future. Okay, so first of all, why read a newspaper? Let me just erase the slide quickly. Okay, so as far as a newspaper is concerned, it is imperative to read a newspaper in order to improve your reading skills. This includes speed, comprehension, etc., etc., etc. Improve your vocabulary. Okay, because if you read a quality newspaper, you're going to see new words every single day, and improve your general knowledge. This can be directly asked in the examination in certain examinations, or this can also be important for your PI prep. Again, PI prep as such, because in your PI they're going to ask you a lot of current affairs. Okay, they're going to ask you speaking skills. In order for you to have good speaking skills, good oratorical skills, you need good vocabulary, and for good vocabulary you need newspapers. Okay, so a newspaper is a complete package in order for you to crack your examination. Now let's discuss which newspaper should you read. Which newspaper should you read? You are supposed to read The Hindu. Okay? The Hindu. The Economic Times. Basically, these two papers. Why The Hindu and The Economic Times? I am going to emphasize on these two papers, but whatever other newspaper that you get, it's perfectly fine. But try to focus on The Hindu. Okay, why The Hindu? Why am I stressing on The Hindu? Because The Hindu uses enhanced vocabulary. Okay, the vocabulary that is used in The Hindu is going to significantly contribute to value addition in your IPMAT learning sphere. It is going to ensure that you learn new words every single day you read the paper. Number one. And the way information is presented in The Hindu can actually directly come in your RC section of the IPMAT paper. If you take your IPMAT papers, a lot of the papers will have a direct RC from an article. Okay, this could be from The Hindu, the Indian Express, etc., etc. But the writing style of The Hindu is magnificent, and you need to be familiar with the writing style. इसीलिए go for The Hindu, and the Economic Times is also a very good paper as well. Okay, so now since we've tackled which newspaper to read, let's talk about how to read. Okay, first things first, you need to spend around 40 minutes a day to read your newspaper. Minimum 15 to 20 minutes you need to spend. Even if you don't have time, at least 15 minutes you need to spend to read your newspaper. Okay, first priority, read the editorial. Okay, read the editorial. Whenever there is an editorial page, read it first. After you have read your editorial, the second thing that you need to do is read the international affairs page. Once you've read your international affairs page, the third thing you need to do is read the supplement. So what is a supplement? Well, you might have your regional supplement, right? You might have your city newspaper coming along with your Hindu edition, or whichever newspaper we're talking about. Number one, or it might be something related to business. Okay, it might be a business supplement. So this looks like another newspaper in itself. This is like an edition that comes along with your newspaper. You get it, right? So you need to read whatever supplementary sheets the newspaper is providing, because it will have in-depth, it will have a lot of interesting stuff. Number one, along with that, it will have in-depth analysis. And the fourth one is columns. Okay, columns also, try to read your columns, and definitely along with this, the headlines are a must. Okay, so first read the editorial, then read the international affairs page, then go through your supplement, go through the columns, definitely read the headline, and if possible, read the entire paper. Reading the entire paper is a very good thing. If you have time, if your reading speed is good enough, read the entire paper. Otherwise, go in this order. First, read the editorial. Afterwards, if you have time, read international affairs. Then read the supplement. Then read the columns as you have time. Okay. Then definitely go through the headlines. So if you have very limited time in a day, what will you do? You will read the editorial and you will go through the headlines. If you have a little bit more time, you will read these two, go through the headlines. If you have more time, these three headlines. If you have full 40-45 minutes, 1 hour for reading the newspaper, columns and headlines. If you are totally free, you're totally jobless on a day, you will read the entire paper start to finish. This is how you should read your newspaper. And not just reading the newspaper, what to do after reading the newspaper. After reading the newspaper, summarize what you read. Write a summary of whatever you have read in the newspaper, what important news items were there, etc., etc., etc. You need to summarize this. You should do in around 350 to 450 words. Then editorial. Try to write an editorial of your own. Whatever topic that you've read, you've gotten the information from that. Okay. If you have time, try to write an editorial in a minimum of 200 words, 200 plus words if possible. Try to write the editorial. Okay. So इसमें just include your views on the topic. Then number 3, current affairs book. You need to maintain a book with important current affairs that you find are interesting in every day's newspaper. This will help you for your PI prep, etc., etc. Most important thing is report. Okay, assume that you are the reporter of a channel, and whatever news you have read, go in front of the mirror and present yourself as a reporter of a news channel. Okay, present your news. Good morning, welcome to the BBC. Today we are going to discuss the headlines of the Hindu newspaper. Okay, this is not how a reporter is going to present. Have that emotion in you. Welcome to BBC. Let's take a look at today's headlines. So, like that, bring your creativity out. Number 1, that's going to be a relaxing exercise for you. Along with that, okay, if possible, start a YouTube channel. Don't worry about anything. Start a YouTube channel. Post daily updates. Post daily headline. Maybe you can do this in your family WhatsApp group. Everybody is going to be impressed. Let me tell you. If you need to impress your crush, do this. They're going to be impressed. I tell you. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so just come in front of the mirror and actually enact the news like you're a reporter. Okay, so you need to give full proper sentences. You need to add your opinions as well. This way you will improve your personal abilities, like interpersonal and intrapersonal skills. Thereby you are enhancing your chances in your PI process as well. So this is a huge summary of what you should do regarding a newspaper and how important it is, because there are 3 things that this is going to contribute. Okay, new words. Okay, I forgot to tell that. Whenever you're reading out the report, whenever you're summarizing, whenever you're writing an editorial, 5 new words you need to use. 5 new words that you learned that you need to use in your summary, in your editorial, in your report, etc., etc., etc. Okay, 5 new words. So what all are we improving? We are improving our vocab, you are improving your current affairs knowledge, your general knowledge, etc., as well as you are increasing your reading speed. Okay? You're reading for comprehension. So this methodology that I just told you is based on scientific methods. Okay, because if you are reading for a purpose, if you're just skimming and scanning through the newspaper, your brain will be adapted. It will not do it a lot in a better format. If you have exercises to comprehend it, like you're summarizing, you're writing down what you read. This is known as the Feynman technique, right? So your brain is going to be automatically read in such a way that it actually enhances your comprehension as well. Number 1. Number 2, by following this method, you're training your brain to read for comprehension, to read faster, to read in a better format. Okay, so this is how to tackle a newspaper, and I really hope that you guys keep preparing and crack the IPMAT examination. For any queries, reach out to anybody in the TJP team, and we are here to help you. All the very best, guys.